If a person loses his property, he can find it again. If he loses his reputation, there is a chance to restore it. If he loses his wealth, one day luck will come back to him again, and he might have it back. But what will happen if the people lose their sea? Besides the only sea, would the Creator restore the only sea? Has anyone seen a dried sea filled with water again? These questions belong to scientists, experts. Perhaps at some point the sea reappears in place of some dried sea. Maybe only in fairy tales the dried sea will turn into the sea again. The dead sea will come back to live again. Residents of Muynak once saw the huge Aral Sea, swaying and overflowing, the mighty waves, fished in ships in the sea, bathed in the sea. They hope and believe that one day the Aral will return to its previous shape, that it will be filled with water again. They still can't say goodbye to the sea. For those who live far from the Aral Sea, this pain may be something they don't fully comprehend. However, those who were born in Muynak, grew up with the sea and lived with the sea, know well what it is like to be without it. They are the adults who live today with memories about the sea, when they recall their childhood and youth. At the same time, they recall the sea. When they recall the sea, they recall their childhood and youth. Today's young generation hears wonderful stories about the Aral Sea from the elderly. From them, these stories sound like a fairy tale. Sometimes they believe, sometimes not. Maybe one day wonder would happen. The sea would return, dreams will come true, fairy tales will come true. Time will show it. But today it is true that a new life, a new mood is coming to the shores of the Aral Sea, to Muynak. It is true that the approach to change the situation there is completely changing. To be sure, one has to visit Muynak today, walk along the Aral Sea coast, see everything with his own eyes, hear people's words with his own ears.
Видите, пожалуйста, смотрите, 2 года назад здесь были голые пески. Вот они, голые пески, ничего не было. А сейчас уже имеется насаждение.
The sea's tears. Below the heights that were once the shoreline of the Aral Sea, to ships whose hulls are covered with sand and whose bodies are pierced 100–120 meters to the cemetery of ships. As you walk over the sand, you can see the ships and feel as if you are facing the history of the Aral Sea. Looking at the fishing boats, which have become a monument to those days, the days of sea life, you will be immersed in an ocean of dreams. If you climb to the top of ships and look around, you will see an endless sea of sand on the dried bottom of the sea, where instead of the waves of the sea, you can see sand dunes, sage-like plants. If you stand on the ship, close your eyes and try to imagine the sea, you will hear the roar of the waves, the sound of seagulls. The ship will also seem to be swaying. As soon as you open your eyes, this pleasant sight disappears in an instant. Instead, you see the bottomless sands, the slopes, your heart is dull, you are angry. You look at the shore, you look for traces of the Aral Sea. You cannot believe that such a huge sea has dried up. You think the sea did not dry up all of a sudden, if did not dry out in vain. There is a lot of talk about the sea, a lot of pain, a lot of questions. The hardest question is asked one day early. Children, young people ask this question to parents, teachers, the elderly. Is it true that there was a sea called an sea? The children ask. True, they answer. Is it true that the sea is dry? They ask again. The answer, yes. Why is the sea dry? The children ask in astonishment. It will be difficult to answer this question, because those who saw the sea, those who fished in the sea, will be gone soon. Even those who know what and who dried up the sea will be reduced to nothing. Perhaps today's young people need to be told over and over again what happened to Aral, so that they too can tell the truth to those who come after them. Let them learn a lesson. Let them make conclusions. Let them know the consequences of the persecution of nature in the 1960s and 1970s. Muinak, area of opportunity. For many years, Muinak district has been considered as a problem area. It is as if these lands require subsides and are not profitable. Today, the approach to the issue has changed. Muinak is seen not as a place of problems, but as an area of opportunities. Work will continue, of course, to mitigate the effects of environmental disasters in the arid regions of the sea, to create decent living conditions for people. Let us show the work which has been done in the Aral Sea not through numbers or frames, but through live footage. The International Press Club visits the Aral Sea a lot. We show the change taking place here, the mood of the people through various projects. For example, on January 4, 2019, we arranged live broadcast via satellite for the first time in history from the dried bottom of the Aral Sea on the northernmost border of Uzbekistan, a little less than 1,500 kilometers away from Tashkent. We have twice held sessions with participation of officials there, which is called a zero point, the area which half a century ago was 56 meters underwater.
Assalomu alaykum aziz vatandoshlar, aziz teletomoshabinlar. Bugun O'zbekiston tarixida, O'zbekiston televideniyasi va xalqaro press klub tarixida albatta ilk bor Toshkent shahridan 1530 kilometr, Nukus qal'asidan qariyb 300 kilometr narida, Qoraqalpog'istonning eng chekka tumani, Orolga eng yaqin tumani va Orolga qo'shni bo'lgan tumani Mo'ynoqdamiz. Hozir biz turgan joy, e'tibor berishni so'rardik, bu Orol dengizining tubi. Bir paytlar 50 yil, 60 yil ilgari mana shu joydan boshlab yuqoriga qarab 56 metr tepada to'lqinlar mavjlanib turgan.
Hali jaydari til bilan aytadigan, pichoqqa ilinadigan, kardinal mana shu holatni o'zgartiradigan bir ishlar unchalik amalga oshirganimiz yo'q. Boz ustiga minbarlarda, anjumanlarda biz Orol fojiasi bo'yicha ushbu muammoni ovoza qildik-ku, lekin yetarli samaralarga erishganimiz yo'q. E'tirof etish kerakki, mana shu qisqa muddat mobaynida muhtaram prezidentimiz Shavkat Mirziyoyev mana shu muammoga aniq, qisqa va tezkor amaliy ishlar bilan Orolga bo'lgan munosabatni nafaqat mamlakatimizda, balki jahon hamjamiyatida ham munosabatini, ham e'tiborini, qolaversa tafakkurini o'zgartirdi desak to'g'ri bo'ladi. Qilinayotgan ishlarning ko'lami shunday odamni lol qoldiradiki, bu qilinayotgan ishlarni inikosi sifatida qabul qilishimiz darkor.
Когда мне сказали, что я буду презентовать нашу работу перед президентом, я в жизни никогда не выступал перед президентом. Такой не было возможности. А сейчас появилась такая возможность. И когда я был в зале, президента я видел только на фотографии, и зашел человек, подошел ко мне, улыбается. Я говорю: уважаемый президент, вы извините, я волнуюсь. Он улыбнулся, говорит: да не волнуйся, рассказывай. И вы знаете, вот эта улыбка, она меня воодушевила. Она придала мне силы, она придала мне смелость. И я начал рассказывать. Мне сказали заранее, что я должен 5 минут, не более 5 минут. А я с президентом разговаривал более полчаса. Президент спрашивал, я рассказывал, он интересовался. И я увидел в глазах президента, что он действительно воспринимает вот эту боль каракалпакского народа как свою личную боль. И он спросил меня, а сможем ли мы за 10 лет облесить осушенное дно? Ведь в Ашхабаде 24 августа, когда президент выступал, он сказал, что за 10-12 лет Мы постараемся этот вопрос, значит, решить, облесить. Я сказал, да, уважаемый президент, за этот срок мы облесим осушенное дно. У нас на это есть все основания. У нас есть научные рекомендации. Я руководил 15 научными проектами. По всем проектам есть научные рекомендации официально утвержденные. И не у каждого научного работника появляется такая возможность в конце, так сказать, за всю свою жизнь внедрить плоды своей работы. У меня появилась такая возможность. Вот те научные наработки, которые я получил за 40 лет, работая здесь, я имею возможность сегодня их внедрить. Мы проводим большие, крупномасштабные работы. Это только благодаря президенту нашему. Меня спрашивают, а раньше почему такие работы не проводились? Конечно, работы проводились лесхозами. Лесхозы проводят очень большую работу. Но такой государственной, такой масштабной программе, чтобы вся республика участвовала здесь, это как хлопковая компания. Может быть, даже не хочу никого обидеть, это может даже больше, чем хлопковая компания. Такой программы не было.
Зиной Богданович, у меня вопрос теперь как к ученому. Вот скажите, пожалуйста, какие есть факторы, которые будут благоприятно сказывать то, что сегодня делается в решении этого вопроса? Какие у нас будут решения от этого? Пожалуйста.
Президент 24 августа в Ашхабаде на встрече с Доном МФСА сказал одним из пунктов, я его выступление выучил как молитву до запятой, он сказал, на осушенном дне надо создать высокопродуктивные пастбища и создать рабочие места для местного населения. Ну, это понятно, только в тех местах, где это возможно, это ясно. Наша работа имеет экологическое, экономическое и социальное значение. В чем заключается экологическое значение? Во-первых, растения своими корнями скрепляют почву грунты и предотвращают возникновение дефляционных процессов. Они выделяют кислород и поглощают углекислый газ. Ведь 1 гектар саксаула выделяет 1100 килограмм кислорода. И 1050, значит, килограмм поглощает углекислого газа. Это экологическое. Мы создадим комфортные условия для проживания местного населения, когда мы создадим вот эти насаждения. Второе. Экономическое значение. Мы будем вводить кормовые растения. Это чагон, терескен, боярыч, кереук, изень и так далее. То есть мы создадим пастбища. Создадим пастбища, местное население сможет выпасать своих животных. Это будут решать и экономические вопросы. Вы знаете, когда я смотрю по телевизору и вижу, как наши соотечественники в Казахстане, в России, на заработках живут в таких нечеловеческих условиях, мне обидно, мне больно. Почему наши люди должны там вот в таких условиях жить? Чем мы хуже других? И вот я спрашиваю местных людей, а зачем вы едете туда? А они говорят, рабочих мест нету, нету работы. Я говорю, занимайтесь животноводством. Говорят, мы бы занялись животноводством, но где выпасать? Где пастбище? У нас нет пастбища.
There is a lot of energy and movement behind the work being done on the Aral Sea. Now we are talking about this with the chairman of the State Committee for Forestry.
Bu albatta bu saksovul degan o'simlik bu cho'l o'simligi hisoblanadi, asosan qum yerlarda o'sadi. Buni bu tabiatning mo'jizasi deb hisoblasak ham bo'ladi. Negaki bu suvsiz maydonda biror mana ekilgandan boshlab biror marta suv ham qo'yilmagan, suv ichmagan. Endi ikkinchi yaxshi tarafi bu qum yerlarda o'sgani uchun juda katta miqdorda bu 7-8-yil o't mana shu hozir mana shu turganda buning ildizlari necha metr ketgan? 7 metrgacha ildiz ketdi. Va atrofida 10 tonna qumni ushlab turadi. Zararli qumda. Bu Orol dengizini qurigan tubi hammamiz bilishimiz kerak. Asosan zararli qum tuzlardan iborat. To'g'ri. Mana hozir biz qilayotgan ishimiz, mana hozir mana ko'rib turibsiz, juda ham urug'i mayda bo'ladi. Lekin juda chiroyli shaklda mana hurmatli etildi. Mana urug'i bu, mana cho'pini olib tashlab, mana urug'lari. Qandaydir chiroyli gul shaklida bu. Yengil mana ko'ryapsizlarmi? Endi buni urug'ini terish ham juda murakkab. Murakkab bo'lganligi uchun buni urug'ini bitta yaxshi tomoni shuki, bu tuproq tarkibida mana shu ayniqsa qum yerlarda 2 yilgacha o'zini o'zi saqlab turadi. o'ziga qulay vaziyat topganda holatda bemalol unib chiqish imkoniyatiga ega. Shuning uchun mana o'tgan yilgi 400 ming gektardan oshiq ekilgan saksovulzorlarimiz hozir o'sha undan tashqari 64 ming gektar har xil mana cho'l o'simliklarini ekkanlarimiz ko'rib turibsizlar. O'zini natijasini berib oldi hozir ekkan maydonlarimiz mana
bu o'zidan ko'paygan
urug'idan tushgan mana.
5-yildan saksovul urug' bog'lashni boshlaydi.
Saksovul 4-yildan 5-yilga o'tib urug' berishni boshlaydi hamda buni 1 kilo urug'idan kamida 10 ming donagacha urug' beradi. Bu masalan o'sha bizning hozirgi eng yaxshi tarafimiz Mo'ynoqning aholisi ham shu urug' terish ishlariga o'zlari xohishi bilan chiqib,
necha milliardlik pul ajratildi bugun?
5 milliard aholiga pul tarqatildi urug' terish ishlariga. Men o'ylaymanki, bu davom etyapti hali.
In addition, we have shown the change taking place in the Mo'ynoq district through the project on distance.
Assalomu alaykum hurmatli teletomoshabinlar. Ayni vaqtda biz Qoraqalpog'iston Respublikasining Mo'ynoq tumaniga kiraverishdagi oq kemadamiz. Veneropa bu kemaning nomi Orzu ekan.
Bilasizmi Yelena? Bu kemaning ati Umid.
Nega aynan Mo'ynoqda oromgohni nomi oq kema deb atalgan va aynan ramz sifatida Umid va Orzu kemalari o'rnatilgan? Balmurat, nega aynan dutorni tanlagansiz? Boshqa musiqa asboblari ham bor-ku.
Men dutorni Qoraqalpoq milliy saz asbobi bo'lgani uchun ham uning davosi maqam juda unagani uchun men bu asbobni tanladim.
Kimdir chalishni o'rgatdim yoki uyingizda kimdir chala oladimi dutorda?
Yo'q, men bu saz asbobni 2-klassdan muzikani o'qitaman. O'zim haligin chaqqanim uchun chaqtirganman saz asbobni sheydi. Shuning uchun men uydagilar muzika maktabida bergan.
Oromgoh yoqyaptimi sizga? Nimasi bilan yoqyapti ko'proq?
Bu lager men uchun unagan yerlari ko'p bolalar bilan do'st orttirasan. Buning eng yuqori zamonga zamon talabini javob beradigan yerlar jihozlangan.
Atangiz kim? Madina. Ne uchun kemani solib o'tirsiz?
Nega oq kemasi bor? O'zim tanlagancha.
Kemani ko'zingiz bilan ko'rgansizmi? Kорабль qo'yimchiligida kemani ko'rgansiz-a? Ham soni bu yerga solib o'tirsiz. Bu yerda surat solib sizga yaxshi o'rgatib o'tiribdi. Ko'pincha nelarni suratlarni solib o'tqalaysiz?
Ko'pincha men tabiatdan, oq kemadan.
Katta bo'lsangiz kim bo'lmoqchisiz?
Sudya.
Sudya bo'lmoqchimisiz? Nega sudya bo'lmoqchisiz?
O'zim xaylab turibman, sudya bo'ldim.
Uyingizda kimdir sudyami?
Yo'q.
O'zingiz havas qilgansiz, a? Ukangiz bormi, akangiz bormilar?
Akam va opam bor.
Lagerga kelish yoqimli ekanmi? Avval ham oromgohlarda bo'lganmisiz, dam olganmisiz?
Bo'lganman, Toshkentda bo'lganman.
Asosan nimalar yoqdi sizga?
Asosan bu yerdan ovqatlari, mazali, bu yerdan to'garaklari.
Kelasi yil ham shu yerga, shu oromgohga kelishni niyat qildingizmi?
Kerak.
Niyat qildingiz, a? Mayli, yaxshi chizing, xo'p? Buni qarang, mana bu yoqda virusni ko'rinishini qilgan. Hozir aktualniy bo'lgan mavzulardan bittasi, to'g'rimi? Bu qo'l, bu viruschalar, shunaqa?
Durustmi? Odatda bilasizmi, xudojniklar uncha so'ylamaydi, biroq hamma o'zining bo'y qiyalini hammasini qog'ozga tushiradi.
Mana, qarang, ijodkorligini qarang bolalarni. Молодец.
Harmanglar. Kim o'tdi hozir? Qutlug'laymiz sizni. Shaxmat necha yoshdan boshlab o'ynaysiz?
Mektab davridan boshlab.
Endi bu yerda savollantiruv o'rayida qanday o'tib o'tir vaqtingiz? O'zingizga basikilis bo'ladigan bolalarni topdingizmi?
Albatta, men O'zbekiston yoshlarining ishiga baxtliman. Sababi usulda shariatlarga sharoit berib, birinchi marta kelgan o'sha Ahkima lagerining birinchi qarindoshlari bo'lib o'tirmiz. Buni ertaga boshlasamiz, bu qattiqa men uchun og'ir narsa. Do'stlasgan insonlar meni boshlasa, bir boshqacha sezim o'zimga yaqin ajabalarimda, singillarimda, ukalarimda arttirdim. Ular yig'laganda men jubatdim, kulganini sherik bo'ldim. ham bir qancha дөңгелекlerге qatnasib, bilmagan narsalarimni o'rgandim.
Ендігі жылда келуді қалайсыз бұл жерге?
Albatta.
Қандай маслихат берер едіңіз балаларға? Ташкенттегі лагерлерменен біздің Ақкемені салыстырғанда.
Алдыңғы жыл, bundan bir жыл алдын мен Жызақтағы Заман Санрайс лагеріне барып көрдім. Ол жерді көріп мен таң қалып едім. Бұл жерді көріп одан да бетер таң қалыппын. Қарақалпақстанда осындай лагер ашылуы бұл біздер үшін үлкен бақыт.
Бұл жерге келуім себебі мақсатым ертең келешекте түрлі жетістіктерге жетісу, әлбетте онлайн сабақлардан өту. Мен келешекте өзім мұғалім болғым келеді. Егер де осындай сатылар болып қалған уақытында, карантин болып қалған уақытларында үйде сабақ өту болса, hamda internetlardan foydalaну bo'lsa, masalan o'zimning bilgan zatlаrimni boshqa birovga yetkazib bergim keladi-da. Masalan, meni birov kelib so'raydi, "Menga internetda biror topib berish" deydi. Agar men bilmay qolsam, buni men uyalib qolaman esli. Men o'g'an uyretgim keladi-da o'z zatlarni, masalan. Men ham o'z zatlarni o'rganib qolayman o'l.
Azada necha yoshdasiz hozir?
Men hozir 14 yoshdaman.
14 yoshdasiz. Mana kimdir sizdan bu iltimos qiladi, bilmasangiz uyalib qolishdan qo'rqishingiz menga juda ham yoqdi. Chunki odam o'zini izlanadi, bilimli bo'lgisi keladi. Bu yerda kelganda mana ko'rdim, juda zamonaviy kompyuterlar, xuddi Toshkentdagi, hattoki Yevropadagi. Aytingchi, mana shu yerda dasturlar, shu yerdagi sharoitlar qulaymi, yo'qmi?
Albatta, bu yerdagi sharoitlar hammasi yaxshi, hamma sharoitlar yetarli. Agar bir zatlarda o'rgatgim kelsa, ustozimiz hamma zatni qalagancha o'rgatadi. Nazarda o'rganimiz kelib turibdi desak, qani kel, menga kel, o'zim o'rgataman sagan dedi.
Yaxshi.
Hammasi yaxshi.
Yaxshi. Sizga omad tilaymiz. 14 yoshda shunchalik bilimdon bo'lsa, u ertaga bir 18 yosh bo'lganda ancha kuchli bo'lasiz. Siz bugun vaqtni qadrlashni qanday bir yoshsiz hali, lekin qadriga yetasizmi yo'qmi?
Albatta, bu men so'zimni boshqadan oldin bir naql aytib o'tsam, ingliz tilida time is money, money is time. Bu degani ya'ni vaqt bu aqsha bu vaqt. Sebebi bunda bizlar ko'rimiz mumkin, bu maqoldan tushunib o'timiz mumkin. Agar bugunda bizlar sol vaqtimizni qadrlab, agar bizlar shumis ishlasak, so'g'an bilimimizga sarflasak, hamda sol bilimimizning natijasi sol aqsha bo'ladi. Sol bizlarga yetkin kerak bo'ladi. Sol zat asimiz bizlar yetgan zatimiz. Yana bir prezidentimizning so'zi bor. Bugun 10 televizor ko'rib o'tirgan balani bugun sol bir kitob o'qigan bala arxayn boshqaradi. Ya'ni bizlar sol bugun qur vaqtimizda televizor ko'rishga netmay ketirmay, televizor ko'rganda da ya'ni жаңалыкларды tanishishimiz mumkin. Sonda agarda so'g'ini bizlar bir kitob o'qisak, ya'ni bir kitob o'qisak, bizlar so'g'an naql masalan ko'plagan datlarcha kelib bera olamiz. Masalan, kel, sen televizor ko'rganning o'rnina kel men sagan bu o'qigan kitobim haqida aytib berayin. Men bunday bu kitob o'qidim. Bu yoqdagi жаңалыклар haqida kitob o'qidim deb arxayn aytib berishimiz mumkin.
The political will of the Uzbek government is very important. The fact that the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan drew attention of the international community to the problem of the Aral Sea at 2 UN General Assembly sessions is a clear proof of this.
I should like to again draw your attention to one of the most acute environmental problems of our time: the catastrophe of the Aral Sea. I am holding here in my very hands the map of the Aral tragedy, and I believe that words are unnecessary here. Overcoming the consequences of the desiccation of the sea today requires the active consolidation of all international efforts. We advocate the full implementation of the UN's special program to provide effective assistance to the population affected by the Aral Sea disaster, which was adopted this year.
Another acute problem of our time is related to global climate change. Today, every country feels the negative effects of this process. Unfortunately, such negative developments also pose a great threat to the sustainable development of Central Asia. I would like to once again draw your attention to the devastating effects of the drying up of the Aral Sea. The Aral Sea region became the center of an environmental tragedy. To mitigate the current situation, we're carrying out an enormous work to create 2 million hectares of new plantations and forests to form a layer of soil. On our country's initiative, the United Nations Multilateral Trust Fund for the Development of the Aral Sea region was established. We hope that this fund will serve as a base platform for the international community to provide practical assistance to the population living in a stressed ecological zone. We propose to adopt a special resolution of the UN General Assembly declaring the Aral Sea region an area of ecological innovation and technologies. It would be expedient to mark the date of adoption of this important document as the International Day for the Protection and Restoration of Ecosystems.
What is the attitude of the international community to the work done by Uzbekistan in order to resolve the problem of the Aral Sea?
Before speaking about the attitude of international community towards Aral Sea problem, we all have recognized that the Aral Sea problem is not some kind of local or problem of some particular countries in this region. This is a global challenge, first of all. That's why our reaction to this challenge must be on global level. And that's why the President of Uzbekistan has suggested several times to pay more attention to Aral Sea, and he tried to draw the attention of international community to the situation right now in that area. What Uzbekistan is doing to draw the attention of international community, the President of Uzbekistan initiated creation of a multinational trust fund on Aral Sea. And I hope this institution is very important to mobilize and to consolidate international efforts towards Aral Sea challenge. And of course, we have to solve a lot of problems. First of all, social problems, economic problems, and others. And that's why Uzbekistan, the government of Uzbekistan itself, has done a lot now in that region, in Karakal, Pakistan, in Muinak, around the Aral Sea. But I think this challenge is, as I told you, the problem for the whole international community, and that's why we have consolidated our efforts to meet this challenge and to help the ordinary people in that area.
Uzbekistan was elected to the UN Human Rights Council for the first time in the history of the country. Could it be due to the work done by government of Uzbekistan on the Aral Sea?
Uzbekistan has been elected to this Council of the United Nations on human rights issues. And when we speak about the situation in the Aral Sea area, of course we take into consideration the human rights problems of the people who live in that region. And that's why during our meeting today, we're speaking about social rights, economic rights, and other rights of the ordinary people. Have to take the program to maintain, to guarantee human rights of the people in that area. What I mean, first of all, we should create necessary conditions for the people. We must guarantee having enough drinking waters, for example. This is a very serious problem in that area, and the children must go to school. And we also, of course, cannot revive the Aral Sea, but at the same time we may take some measures to prevent very serious challenges, social, economic, and other challenges with respect to human rights of the people in that region.
What has Uzbekistan done in a short period of time in order to resolve the problem of Aral Sea?
I'd like to emphasize that Aral Sea problem is not national, not regional, it's global one. We might observe the consequences of Aral Sea disappearance even in Scandinavia, because what used to be bottom of one-time sea today is a desert, and every day thousands of tons of dust and salt being raised by winds spreading out to the huge area, affecting the livelihood of the millions and millions of the people. Of course, it affects the genetic code of the local population and the harvest, and it has a huge negative impact on the living standards of the population. And understanding that, government of Uzbekistan, as well as the parliament and civil society, tries to concentrate on creating and implementing the special programs for Aral Sea region development. During the recent years, special huge funds were allocated to recreate the bush and forest near the Aral Sea, which will prevent the spreading out the salt and dust from the bed of Aral Sea. Then many new artificial lakes were created over there, and the fishery industry was more or less restored over there and impacted on the income of population. I think that the fact that Uzbekistan diminished significantly the size of land under the cotton is also affecting the situation in Aral Sea zone, because cotton, as we all know, is the most water-consuming culture, and today we see that more water of the Aral Sea and Sirdarya is coming to the Aral Sea zone. And I think that we should realize that neither Uzbekistan nor Central Asia alone can resolve this problem, because it's a global one. That's why it was President Mirziyoyev who initiated the creation of multi-partner trust fund under the aegis of United Nations to mobilize the funds and allocate them to the implementing the programs in Aral Sea zone, which not only we're understanding it's not limited to the territory of Uzbekistan. It is for all Aral Sea zone, including Turkmenistan and Kazakhstan. We should, with appreciation, state that many countries in the world supported this idea. Norway, European Union, Arab Emirates and others already provided some significant amount of fund. Uzbekistan itself allocated money to this fund, and we hope that under the aegis of United Nations, this fund will be instrumental for implementing the big, large-scale programs in Aral Sea zone. And I think that it must be in the center and focus of international attention. You know, as a senator, I frequently visit the regions of Uzbekistan, Moynak as well, and Karakalpakstan, of course. And frankly, today, the life of people in Moynak area is incomparable to what it used to be 4 years ago. During the last 4 years, by initiative of President Mirziyoyev, huge work was done to make life of people in Moynak easier.
Yeah.
Two facts. First, at last, Moynak has a reliable supply of water. Never before the people of this region had a drinking clean water system, and today they have it. Second, after the restoration of fishery industry near Aral Sea zone, now they have a reliable source of income, which is very, very important. It doesn't mean that all the problems are resolved. It's just a beginning. I don't want to create the impression that it's a paradise. Not at all. It's still hard. And that's why we all should still concentrate on helping the people living in Aral Sea zone.
One of the first initiatives of our president was addressed to solve the problem of Aral Sea coming to his position. What do you think? President Shavkat Mirziyoyev chose this problem in order to show his political position to the world, to the citizen of Uzbekistan.
Because he fully realized the magnitude of the problem. First of all, the people, millions of people living in Aral Sea zone, being affected by the disappearance of the sea, are suffering from the huge ecological catastrophe of this zone. Secondly, the situation in Aral, as I said before, has an impact on all areas of Uzbekistan and beyond, in Central Asia and in whole Eurasia. That's why his intention was to draw the attention of the international community to this huge problem. I do believe that today situation in Aral Sea must be recognized as the worst global problem, ecological problem in the world. It's uncomparable to any other, frankly. And we Uzbek diplomats, during our contacts with our partners abroad, we always emphasize that. And I hope that the international community will not only recognize the existence of the problem, but will make some tangible steps to help to the people of Aral Sea zone.
As a diplomat, as a politician of Uzbekistan, your wishes to the work of the conference?
You know, I think that, let me be direct and straightforward. You know, enough to have conferences for conferences, resolutions for resolutions. People in Aral Sea zone needs not another paper, not another resolutions. They need tangible actions which they might feel in their everyday life. And my wish that the conference will be able to take some concrete steps which will help to the people, women and children in Aral Sea zone.
Thank you so much. As a UN representative, can you explain to the world community the impact of Aral Sea problem?
The Aral Sea crisis is above all a human crisis. It was caused by human mismanagement of the precious water resources, and the impact has been very much felt, not only by the communities living in the Aral Sea region, because of the impact on their health, on their access to decent work, on their environment, but also in the wider region because of the impact of the loss of the sea on the overall weather system. The Aral Sea region and the wider Central Asia is experiencing global warming at twice the rate of the global average because of the loss of the sea. And on top of that, we see at the global level the impact of the dust storms that are causing millions of tons of sand and salt to be swept up into the atmosphere and found as far away as Norway or Japan. So clearly the human aspect is the priority to address, and the UN is happy to be working with government to address the human security needs of people affected by the crisis.
How do you assess the work of Uzbekistan side in solving the problem related to the Aral Sea during the 3 years?
Well, I have been very impressed by the adoption of the state program on the Aral Sea region as an evidence of the political will to tackle the impact of the Aral Sea crisis, not only in the region affected, but also in terms of the wider region. You will recall that Uzbekistan has proposed the Aral Sea region as a zone of environmental innovation and green technology. And this is really also a flagship initiative to drive change and collaboration to address the crisis using the greatest and latest tools of innovation and science. And I think this is really commendable. I also very much have been impressed by the work of the government to green the Aral Sea. The blue sea is gone, but a sea of green, of saxaul trees is beginning to grow. I personally witnessed this in a visit to the center of the zone where the saxaul is being planted. It's extremely impressive to see how many hundreds of thousands of hectares have been planted, and I certainly hope to see the fruit of this in terms of stabilizing the seabed. Well, the United Nations also works closely with the government under the United Nations Multi-Partner Human Security Trust Fund for the Aral Sea. And under this initiative, we have collaborated on a number of interesting initiatives to support community development, to support local people with entrepreneurship, with jobs that are going to be feasible in a place with so little water, for example. And I think I've seen some incredible results from those projects, including, for example, some women who have been reskilled and retrained and developed their own small business initiatives in Weenak. I've also seen some farmers who have turned from farming intensively using water that is no longer there to farming honey with bees. You know, this is the kind of change that is important to make. I've also seen in Weenak, of course, a big investment in regenerating the town centre so that people have access to opportunity, to sport, for example, to jobs. And these investments are certainly also important. What is really critical is ensuring sustainability. So the sea is gone, but the people are not. And it is important to ensure their future, their opportunity, their health is assured. And that's where the United Nations is proud to partner with government.